I completed 75 hard. Woohoo! Let's go. Hey there. So I finished 75 hard on Tuesday, and that was very exciting. And I want to talk about how it affected me and how it's powering me through my next 50K challenge. I was never not 100% into this time. When I started, it was like, this is it. I have to do this. I have to get myself back on track. And I never wavered, not once. Now, if I'd been really thinking, I might have said, hey, it's about to be hot, really hot, 200 degrees, all the humidity in Arkansas, and maybe I would have done it at a different time, but I had to do it then. It didn't matter. And it was hard. Some days were just like, but I did it. I made it through, and I did hard things, and I know I can do it. And I feel like I'm finally back on track. I feel like I'm the me that I know that I am, like I kind of lost myself in those last 6 months, just kind of like easing into comfort and doing whatever and whenever. And that's not a good way to age well, age healthfully. I want to do that so badly. The goals that I've set for myself are big, and I'm watching a new guy hike southbound on the Continental Divide Trail. And y'all, it is so gorgeous. And I know with every fiber of my being that I need to see that with my very own eyes and experience that. And so that is my goal, and I'm going to do that. Probably remember that when I first started, I went into the app. It has an app, which is kind of cool because then you can keep track of everything you need to do. And it makes you accountable too. Like if you don't fill it out one day, it'll say, hey, where are you? Did you fail? And then it asks you if you say, oh no, I just forgot to enter it last night. Are you being honest with yourself? So all that stuff is good. But I was going through the app and I was trying to like clean it out. And I had started so many times, like one day here, one day there, one day here. And you know what? If you go back to my very first video, you will see that I almost just made it to one day this time too because of the roofers. Like I just didn't want them looking at me. Isn't that crazy? Like people look at you all the time. And I don't know, I didn't let it stop me, and that's good. And I'm happy for that. But one time I even did up to 33 days. 33 days, that's halfway through almost. Why did I quit? I don't even know. So this time it was like, I am all in. I am doing this thing, and there is nothing going to stop me. And there were days when I drank a gallon of water in the car and days when I was like, oh, I'm tired and I'm hot and all the things, but I did it. And I'm happy I did it. So here's a recap for those of you who have been with me this whole time. And in case you're just seeing me for the first time, hey, here's what 75 hard is. It's 75 days. And on those days, you have to work out twice for 45 minutes each time, and one needs to be outside. It will make you a pro at looking at the weather app. And some days there were no getting around the rain, I just had to do it in the rain. You have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book every day. You have to take your photo. You have to commit to a food plan that you don't deviate from. No cheat meals, no alcohol. I'm trying to think if I've got everything. I think that's all of it. One thing that I thought was going to send me under the gallon of water. You have to drink a gallon of water every day. And I'm a big person. It's not super hard for me to do that. But if you get behind on that, you can be up all night peeing. So this is a challenge. It's still a challenge even if you're all in, I think, because taking your day, and I had gotten very comfortable in my lazy ways and jacking it up to that level. It's a challenge, but I was all in from the very beginning, and it never ever occurred to me not to do any particular part of the challenge. And I'll never forget the first week we did it. We went to go see our granddaughter, and I always make them pick the restaurant because they have food issues and whatever that we don't have. And they picked a pizza place. I'm like, okay, first day on 75 hard. So I chose low carb because typically I ate a carnivore diet, but in a restaurant, in some restaurants, especially a pizza place, there's not really any carnivore food to be had. So I was able to successfully eat there. And I just made sure that I was with it every day, and I wanted to be with it every day because I wanted so badly to get to the other side. So this challenge, it gave me clarity. It helped me to see that I can set a goal and I can achieve it, and that I don't have fleeting motivation, but I have actual discipline to complete something like that. And it makes me know that I can do the other big things that I've decided I'm going to do. 75 Hard made me trust myself again. It made me remember that I can commit to doing something longer term, and complete it. And that's why when I heard this guy talking about the 50K and how I'm not sure if his was a 50K, but it was an ultramarathon. Yeah, I signed up for an ultramarathon and I had no plan to run not even one step of it, and I finished middle of the pack. Whoa, all of a sudden ultramarathon's back on the table for me. And I know I'm gonna do it. And my training is going really well with that. I did 5 miles yesterday. I'm working more on, now that I'm done with 75 Hard, I'm gonna be focusing more on the strength aspects of that, the core aspects of that, and definitely stretching. I gotta keep stretching because when I walk in my driveway, man, my butt hurts. It's like I have got to stretch that or I can't sit at work all day. I don't intend to win. Maybe I come in first in my age group. I don't really care. It's not what I'm trying for. I just want to complete it. I want to say I completed an ultramarathon, and I'm 65. I'll be 65 then. And so I'm not competing with young people, although I may be competing alongside my best friend's husband. He said he wants to do that ultramarathon too, and that'll be fun. I used to compete with her in pageants. Now I'm going to compete with him in ultramarathons. But walking, it's like one of the very best exercises ever. Like, it keeps you mobile, you still need to work on strength, like cardio isn't everything, but being able to move, like if you don't move, if you've heard the term move it or lose it, pretty much, so walking is incredibly good for you, and that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk the ultramarathon. I had somebody ask me yesterday if I had taken before and after photos. No, I didn't, because 75 Hard is a mental toughness challenge, and how do you take before and after photos of that? I mean, did I lose weight? I did. Did I lose inches? Yes. But it isn't even about that. I'm tired of that. In fact, I'm going to do my very first live about the whole body issue, because when we get older, our bodies definitely change. And I want to talk about that. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say about a lot of things, But yeah, so this is about mental toughness, making me know and making me prepared to do those hard things that I've set in front of myself. I want to do the ultramarathon. I crave to do the CDT, and I'm so excited for that stuff, and I need to be prepared for it. And so now I know I can do it. And I don't know about you, but I don't know of any way I can take a photo of my mindset. How do you take a before and after photo of your mindset? If you know, let me know in the comments. Tell me, because I don't know. So you don't need to do 75 Hard, and you don't need to walk a 50K. You don't need to do anything like that, but you do need to move. You need to move. Start small. Walk to your mailbox. Walk to the end of the corner. Just do small stuff and gradually work up, because you really just need to move. Movement is medicine for the body. I will tell you that over and over again. And if you say, oh, I'm too tired, well, yeah, but you're tired because you don't move. So it's kind of a vicious circle, and I swear, if you start moving on the regular, you're going to feel so much better. And you need to keep promises to yourself. So it doesn't have to be a 50K challenge. It doesn't have to be a 75 Hard challenge, but you could just make it a challenge that you're going to walk every day some. You're going to do whatever, and that's going to be your challenge. And I encourage you for that, and I applaud you and I'll cheerlead you because it's just that important, you know? And I really, really love to cheerlead people. I'm like the best cheerleader ever. This isn't about age. It's about ownership. It's not about slowing down. I am just getting started. I mean, hey, we only just started hiking last year, and I'm super excited to do harder trails and more difficult trails this year. Today it feels like fall. We have the windows open in the house, and I know our weatherman says that we're just under a ceasefire from the weather and it's going to be hot again, but it's just absolutely gorgeous out, and it makes me think of fall and long for the days when we get to hike again, and I'm looking forward to doing those more difficult hikes this year. You need proof that you are capable of more. This is it. And like I said, I'm here to encourage you. I'm always available in the comments. I love talking to you guys. So I would love it if you would come along with me and defy the norm that they think that you should be as you age, and do instead what you know you can do and what you know you can be. And that is strong and purposeful and happy. I would love it if you'd subscribe, invite your friends, you know, other aging rebels, have them join, and I will see you next time.